We often think of our memories as reliable records of the past. We imagine them like photo albums filled with snapshots of our experiences, but what if these mental pictures are not always accurate? What if our memories are more like fading Polaroids, changing over time? The truth is, our memories are not perfect. They can be surprisingly unreliable. We forget details, mix up events, and even remember things that never happened. This can be frustrating, especially when we're trying to recall a special trip. While it can be unsettling, understanding the limitations of memory can help us become more critical thinkers. It allows us to appreciate the subjective nature of our past and avoid potential misunderstandings. Imagine this: you return from a trip to Italy convinced you rode a gondola in Venice. You can almost feel the gentle sway of the boat and hear the gondolier's melodic singing echoing through the narrow canals. You describe the experience vividly to friends, remembering the gondolier's striped shirt and the sound of the water lapping against the boat. The memory is so clear you can even recall the scent of the water and the cool breeze on your face. But later, you find no pictures of this gondola ride. You search through your camera roll and photo albums, but there's no evidence of this magical moment. In fact, your travel companion reminds you that you chose to explore Venice on foot instead. They recall the cobblestone streets, the charming bridges, and the hidden cafes you discovered together. This is an example of a false memory, a surprisingly common phenomenon. Our minds are capable of creating detailed and convincing memories of events that never actually happened. Our brains can sometimes create memories of events that never actually occurred. This can happen when we imagine something vividly or when we hear others talk about similar experiences. This often happens when we imagine something vividly or hear others talk about similar experiences. The more detailed the story, the more likely we are to adopt it as our own memory. False memories can be incredibly detailed and feel very real. They can include sensory details, emotions, and even specific conversations. They can even evoke strong emotions, making them even more convincing. You might feel joy, nostalgia, or even sadness when recalling these false memories. Recognizing the possibility of false memories is crucial, particularly when recalling past events. It helps us understand the fallibility of our memories and approach them with a healthy dose of skepticism. So, next time you reminisce about a trip, remember that not every vivid detail may be as accurate as it seems. Our minds are powerful, but they can also be deceptive. Remember the game telephone? You whisper a phrase to someone, they whisper it to the next person, and so on. By the end, the original message is often distorted beyond recognition. Memory can work in a similar way. Each time we recall a memory, we're not actually accessing the original event. Instead, we're retrieving the last time we remembered it. This process is prone to errors. Details can get lost, added, or changed, just like in the game of telephone. This distortion can happen gradually, without us even realizing it. Over time, our memories can become a blend of fact and fiction. Imagine arriving home from a vacation and telling everyone about the terrible hotel you stayed in. The service was awful, the room was dirty, and to top it off, the airline lost your luggage. You vividly remember the frustration and anger you felt. But what if your memory is exaggerating the negative aspects of the trip? Perhaps the hotel room wasn't that bad, and the airline losing your luggage, while frustrating, didn't ruin the entire vacation. Our memories are not always objective. They can be influenced by a variety of factors, including our emotions, expectations, and even our current mood. This is particularly true when it comes to travel. We might remember a trip more fondly if we were in a good mood or if the weather was perfect. Conversely, negative experiences like lost luggage or bad weather can overshadow the positive aspects of a trip in our memories. Think about the last time you traveled. Did you have any moments that were less than perfect? Maybe you had to wait in a long line at the airport, or perhaps your hotel room wasn't ready when you arrived. These small inconveniences can sometimes feel like a big deal in the moment, but over time they often fade into the background. However, our minds have a way of holding onto the negative emotions associated with these experiences. We might find ourselves telling the story of our trip and focusing on the things that went wrong rather than the things that went right. It's important to take a step back and reflect on the overall experience. Was the trip really as bad as you remember? Or are you letting a few negative moments overshadow the good ones? Maybe the hotel room was actually quite comfortable and you had some great meals. at local restaurants. Perhaps you met some interesting people or saw some beautiful sights. And while losing your luggage was certainly a hassle, you eventually got it back and it didn't ruin your entire trip. Our memories are complex and can be influenced by many factors. It's important to try to remember the positive aspects of our experiences as well as the negative ones. By doing so, we can have a more balanced and accurate view of our past experiences. This can help us to appreciate the good moments and learn from the bad ones. So the next time you find yourself reminiscing about a trip, try to focus on the positive memories as well as the negative ones. You might be surprised at how much better the trip seems in hindsight. After all, travel is about experiencing new places and creating memories, both good and bad. It's all part of the adventure. So embrace the journey and remember that even the challenging moments can become cherished memories over time. And who knows, the stories of those challenges might just become the most memorable parts of your travel tales. So next time, when memory impacts travel, let it be a balanced reflection of both the highs and the lows. Section 5. The emotional baggage of false memories. False memories can do more than just distort our perception of the past. They can also have a significant impact on our emotions and relationships. For example, you might remember your travel companion constantly complaining, which could lead to resentment or tension. However, this memory might be exaggerated or even entirely false, causing unnecessary conflict. Furthermore, discovering that a cherished travel memory is inaccurate can be emotionally distressing. It can feel like a part of your personal history has been challenged or even erased, leading to feelings of confusion and sadness. Section 6. Questioning the past, recognizing memory's imperfections. So, how can we navigate the tricky terrain of memory? The first step is acknowledging that our memories are not infallible. Accepting the possibility of errors and distortions is crucial for developing a more critical and nuanced understanding of our past. Don't take your memories at face value. Instead, approach them with a healthy dose of skepticism, especially when recalling details from the distant past. Ask yourself, could this memory be influenced by outside factors? Is it possible that I'm remembering things differently than they actually happened? By acknowledging that our memories are subjective and malleable, we become less likely to cling to false narratives and more open to exploring the complexities of our past experiences. Section 7. Protecting your travel tales, tips for preserving authentic memories. While we can't make our memories perfect, we can take steps to safeguard them. Memories can fade over time, but with a little effort, we can keep them vivid and alive. Keeping a travel journal is a great way to document experiences in real time. Writing down your adventures as they happen allows you to capture the essence of the moment. Jot down details, thoughts, and feelings while they're still fresh. Describe the sights, sounds, and smells around you. Note the emotions you felt during significant moments. This can help create a more accurate and vivid record of your trip. When you read back through your journal, you'll be transported back to those moments. Photos and videos can also serve as valuable memory aids. They capture visual details that words might miss, providing a fuller picture of your experiences. They provide visual cues that can trigger more detailed recollections. Looking at a photo can bring back the feelings and thoughts you had at that moment. Instead of just snapping quick pictures, take the time to really observe your surroundings and capture the essence of the moment. Focus on the details that make the place unique. Remember, the goal is not to create a perfectly curated version of your trip, but rather to capture the experience as authentically as possible. Embrace the imperfections and the unexpected moments, as they often make the best memories. Section 8. The beauty of imperfect recollections. While it's important to be aware of memory's flaws, don't let this knowledge diminish the joy of reminiscing about past adventures. Our memories, even with their imperfections, are an integral part of who we are. Think of a well-worn map. It might have creases, tears, and faded ink, but these imperfections tell a story. They speak to the journeys taken, the places explored. Our memories are like that map. Instead of focusing on accuracy, embrace the emotional resonance of your memories. Section 9. Embracing the present moment. A traveler's true souvenir. Ultimately, the most important thing is to live in the present moment and savor each experience as it unfolds. Rather than dwelling on creating the perfect memory, allow yourself to be fully present in each moment. Engage with your surroundings, connect with the people you meet, and embrace the unexpected detours. Remember, the true souvenirs of travel are not just the memories themselves, but also the ways in which those experiences shape us. So, the next time you embark on a journey, remember to cherish the present moment, for it's the only moment we truly have.